Hello everyone, this is Andrea, the Girl Plus Paper. Welcome to my channel. I'm here today as part of the creative design team where we are going to talk to you and show you examples of flip-flop layouts and projects. And many of the other girls in the design team have decided to go ahead and create new projects. And I took a little bit of a different view. I wanted to take you on a tour of some of my favorite layouts that I've done with flip-flops so that you see that I use them in my own albums. So we're going to start with this one. This is a cut above kit from The World Is Yours. It was a few years back that we had this particular kit. And this was a simple layout, and I decided that I wanted to use the existing photo mats and add some flip-flops to it. So this is what a typical package of flip-flops looks like. And I have a whole stack here because not only do I use them, but when I go and vend at crops, my customers love flip-flops. And the 4x6 size that I'm holding here is the very most popular size. They come in many sizes, all the way from the teensy tiny to great big 6x12 flip-flops that help you really extend your project. And I'm going to show you a lot of those in this video. So I decided on this particular project that I needed to add more room. So I have 3x4 photos that I needed to add in flip-flops. So I decided to lay down 2 flip-flops onto this layout and extended my space. So that is probably the most basic, easy way to use a flip-flop. It's just to give you more room in your layouts. Maybe you have one photo that your aunt sent to you of a layout that you've already scrapbooked, but you can't exclude that photo. A flip-flop is a great way to add it to this layout. The next project on my little flip-flop tour is a project that is also from the World Is Yours paper pack. And this is one that I've created. It has 2 double layouts. So this is the first layout that I'm opening up, and you can see I'm opening up 6x12 flip-flops. And I put one on the top and the bottom, and they open up. And then I wanted to do something different. So I have this overlay that I believe came from the Flower Market collection, and I used 2 of them and welded them together. And I wanted to do something special with this flip-flop, so I decided to use that overlay in a flip-flop. So it's not a solid page that I put in here or a solid half sheet of paper. I did that so that this way you could still see what was underneath, and you still had access to those beautiful trees and such. And I did the same on the other side. And, well, actually, there you go. There's a 5x7 flip-flop in action. I should have mentioned that in every package of flip-flops, you are going to have both portrait and landscape options. The package is split in 2. This is the other half of that The World Is Yours layout. And, again, I just switched the way that this opens. Now I have it opening sort of like an armoire would open. And you'll see I have little flip-flops here and some bigger ones. But again, I was sticking to that theme of unusual things to put in flip-flops. So I used the vellum that was available. Didn't want to hide that beautiful map. And so I decided vellum would be a great way to soften the look of the map, but you can still see the map through it. And I liked that. I didn't want to hide that map. And so I've done the same thing on the second half here, but I've just reversed the flip-flops. So it's just a little bit visually different than the first, but still lots of fun. And here you could put some hidden journaling or some more photos. And so that is a big layout that I am still going to put my photos in. Now this layout is the Central Park paper pack. It's been with one of my close to my heart friends for a while, and I was thrilled to get it back because I knew when I created this, I was not only creating it for my customers, but I was mainly creating this for me. And these are photos of my family in Epcot a couple of years ago. And so I was actually supposed to be there today in Disney, but with the pandemic, I'm not. And so I was so thrilled to get this back and be able to put those photos in. And there we go. So I just wanted to show you that I have added, not only used those big 6x12 flip-flops to make this a way bigger project, but I have really used flip-flops to increase the square footage of my layout. And so I wanted to show you that this is something that I really do. I still have to add my journaling there in the front box that I was just pointing to. But, you know, I really, really use flip flops in my own layout. And what I like is that although these are two different daughters of mine here, I could easily tell a progressive story using these flip flops. So that is another reason why I love flip flops. And you can see I just keep going. Now, this last layout is one that I wanted to share. It's the Cedar and Pine paper pack and Picture My Life cards. And I think that all of these supplies, with the exception of the mix-in paper, are still available. So the mix-in isn't available, but the paper pack itself has some options that you could use instead. This one I've chosen once again to open up from the top and the bottom. And I have one little flip flop here so far. I'm going to scrapbook a trip that my girls and I took to the Ringwood Manor at Christmas time. It's a very formal old Victorian mansion here in New Jersey. And I want to put our photos in here. And that's why I had planned this layout. But if anybody wants to make this particular layout, I do have the over on my blog, Girl Plus Paper, I do have this as a workshop guide option. So you'll see here that I use a lot of our Picture My Life cards. And that one, although it was going in the wrong direction, I'm going to put a photo, and the same with this one. So I can still add more. That's what I love about this. I can just add more flip flops as I print out pictures, as I send them over to Persnickety and discover how many I actually have. I can add more flip flops as I need to make more space on this beautiful layout. So I just really wanted to share something with you. Although it's not current, it's still available out on the Close to My Heart website if you go over to andreasherman.closetomyheart.com. So this is another little flip flop area and more PML cards, Picture My Life PML. And so I could put a photo in there or more journaling. And here, same thing, more photos hidden away. And I just love flip flops. They make everything, discoverable. And it's so much fun to just go through and have a surprise among your pages and have interaction. And flip flops give me the ability to do that. So I hope that you have enjoyed seeing what I have, created with my flip flops recently. And I do plan on getting photos in all of these. Thanks for joining me here on my channel. I hope that you go ahead and subscribe and you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future projects. And if you wouldn't mind telling your friends about the channel, I would love that too. The more crafty people here, the better. And now there are a few more projects that the other members of the creative design team have made for you, and you can find the full link of those participating down in the video description. So thank you for stopping by and have a creative day.